my friends. I have my first candle haul of 2026 to share with you today. And I would say that this is coming from one of my favorite brands that I discovered in 2025. Yes, this is my Caramel Sundays December restock haul. So this order arrived on my doorstep yesterday afternoon. I've unboxed it all. I've actually already burned 2 of these fragrances. I burned them last night. I just could not wait to start burning them. So I'm excited to share my thoughts with all of you. If you follow me over on Instagram, I did do a little bit of a kind of really first impressions, first impressions type of video on 3 of these fragrances, because at the time that I am filming this video, those are still currently in stock on the Caramel Sundays website. You guys know that their business model is different than most other candle brands that I purchase from, in that they do a monthly drop and stuff tends to sell out quite quickly. But there are still a couple of fragrances in certain formats still available on the website. So I will touch on that here in this video. So if you like this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. Stay tuned for at the very end of this haul, you guys. I did also want to share some updated information about the January restock with you guys. They have had to change the date on that. So wanted to let you guys know. But let's go ahead and talk about these candles first, because I'm really excited to share with you what I ended up purchasing. So why don't we go ahead and start out with a candle that I initially said I didn't think that I was going to purchase, but truthfully, you guys, it did not sell out right away during the restock. And this was a fragrance that made my top 25 list last year. This is a fragrance that not only do I love the scent, but it was probably one of my best performing candles. And it is the fragrance The Holiday from Caramel Sundays. So fragrance notes here on The Holiday are cinnamon, clove, cedarwood, balsam, berry, baked cookies. Now I have already burned through one of these completely. I do have a dedicated review. I do hope that Caramel Sundays brings this fragrance back year after year, because this scent, you guys, I've mentioned that to me, this smells like a better version of Yankee Candle's Christmas Eve. But also in that, I'm going to tell you guys, there's a berry sweetness to this. I don't even want to say it's like an effervescence, but there's something kind of, I don't even want to say like gingery, but there's something slightly spicy about this, but it's not a heavy spice like a super heavy cinnamon or clove. I really like this scent, but I mentioned in my dedicated review of this candle that I feel like this fragrance, if you are not a seasonal burner, you could burn this year round. And I would even argue that this fragrance could still be burned this month, as well as going into Valentine's Day. I feel like this is a really pretty gourmand scent. I don't get a ton of tree note in here. This is more gourmand to me. Really, really great fragrance. So I did purchase another one of these because I thought, you know what, I do want to have another one in my stash. Again, great performer for me. And truthfully, you guys, I really love this vessel. I have been, like I said, I've already emptied one of these. I have this vessel also in Bakery on Main, but the empty vessel that I had from my first holiday, I am actually repurposing kind of like as a little like candle holders, kind of a hurricane. You can see like these smaller vessels fit, like, you know, they fit in there. So I've really enjoyed that. But yes, I did purchase another The Holiday. I'm going to set that down right there on the carpet. The other fragrance that was my top priority to repurchase, this is a candle that I had in a 2-wick last year. This is the fragrance Winter Woods. Winter Woods has fragrance notes of nutmeg, fir needles. What does this say? Baked cookies? Is that what they say? Oh my goodness, you guys, my eyes. No, baked apples. Birch, clove, cinnamon, cedarwood, tonka bean, and vanilla. You guys, this is so good. Now, I am going to tell you guys, this version smells a little bit heavier on cold on the birch note than last year's version that I had. Last year's version had more of I smelled more apple and the spice in it. But I do know that this is a fragrance that completely transforms upon burn. This is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I know that my friend Amy from Beloved Fragrance Finds, she did her haul video, and she had mentioned in her haul video that she hopes that Caramel Sundays puts this in their Christmas lineup next year, because this is a fragrance that she says she would really like to burn around the holidays. And I was messaging with Sierra last night, and I had passed on that suggestion. I said, I think Amy's right. I think a lot of people who found Dad's Fresh Cut Fraser to be too warm and woody for their tree fragrance preferences would like Winter Woods, because this is more of like a, not necessarily like a piney tree type of scent, but there is more birch. It's a more like, I want to say kind of like astringent tree scent, but it's done so well, you guys. The baked apple in here, the spices, this is just so perfectly done. Fun fact, you guys, I was actually able to buy my sister a 2-wick of this, because I've mentioned before, my sister is very concerned about PFAs and toxins and all that kind of stuff in her home, basically in any kind of like fragrance products, cleaning, all that kind of stuff. And so I had sent her winter flannel from their November restock, because she loves the fragrance Sweater Weather from Bath and Body Works, but she won't purchase from Bath and Body Works because of the ingredients. And I had sent that to her, and she fell in love with that candle. And so I was like, you know what, I think she's going to like Winter Woods. So I just got a notification before I sat down that it had been delivered, but I don't think she's home yet. So I'm really curious to hear what her thoughts are on that fragrance. The next candle that I was really excited to get my hands on was Salt and Cinnamon. So this was a new fragrance, a little bit kind of outside of the box. Fragrance notes here are, let's see, salted cranberry, warm wood, nutmeg, ginger, sugar, butter. Now this one, you guys, I'm going to be honest with you. This is one that I lit last night. I was really curious about it. I like this fragrance, but I don't think I love it as much as I was anticipating that I would love it. I was hoping that I would love it as much as I love, like, say, Autumn Jam, but I'm not upset with this. The other thing that I will say, first and foremost, let me say what I do smell. I smell cranberry. It's not as sweet of a cranberry as what I smell in like their pistachio cranberry. It's probably the same type of cranberry note that I smell in their cranberry and birch, but that birch note in the cranberry and birch is like really, really prominent. I get that kind of like sugar butter. There's a little bit of density to this one that I'm not mad about. I do like it. Now, here's the thing. This, when I had it lit last night, you guys, was actually quite strong. I would say it was an 8 out here in the open concept, which I don't always have that performance on first burn of not just caramel sundaes, but sometimes with Kringle too. Soy wax can be a little bit finicky. Sometimes first burn, they throw right away, but sometimes it takes 2 or 3 burns before they really start coming into the fullness of what they're supposed to be. But this one was really nice. Again, here's where I'm going to say, I'm in a little like group chat over on Instagram with a couple of other content creators. And one of the members of that chat is Alexa from Sentimental Reviews. And she said something that I was like, yeah, I'm right there with you, girl. She's like, I like this, but I think that I'm feeling a little over fragrances like this. Like I'm wanting more like fruity, bright. We're kind of ready for like more like spring type of fragrances. And I think I'm right there with her. Now, keep in mind, you guys, Alexa lives in Florida. I live in Arizona. So despite the weather today, prior to today, you guys, we've had weather in the mid 60s with sunshine and a couple of passing clouds here and there. So it's very spring-like weather for us in the winter. And I think that that's why for me, it's really quick, or it's like a very quick switch after the holidays, wanting something that feels a little more spring-like. So this is one that I feel like I'm either only going to break out during days like today when it's a little bit like cloudy and overcast, maybe a little bit chillier. But I also could see myself setting this aside for like probably late October, early November. This feels like a really nice fall to Christmas transitional type of fragrance. I really like it. But if you live in a like climate that actually experiences winter, I think that this would be a really nice fragrance, especially if you're still in winter burning mode. All right, and the last 4-wick, or is it the last 4-wick that I purchased from this restock? Talk about that in just a minute. The last 4-wick that I purchased, you guys, this is one that I was on the fence about because I was like, that sounds more like a fall fragrance to me, but I was so intrigued. This is the fragrance Salted Caramel Apple Crunch. Now the fragrance notes on this are, it says baked apples, ginger butter, cinnamon sugar, patchouli, baking spices, and pie crust. So You guys, now I'm going to say this smells like a fall candle for sure for me. However, this to me smells like, if you are familiar with their crisp country apple fragrance, which that to me is like a very fresh, juicy honey crisp apple scent. That actually was available in the December restock. It smells like the apple note from that fragrance mixed with some of the caramel notes that I get in their fall cider type of fragrance. I actually think that this is going to pair beautifully with fall cider come fall time. I do believe Caramel Sundays will probably launch their fall candles in June. Hard to believe that, you know, but in the candle world, they're always a season ahead. But this is really nice, you guys. I like this a lot more. Like I thought that I would like this one, but the more I put my nose on it, I'm like, ooh, I really, really like this. So I'm going to tell you guys, I'm actually at the moment here. So I have my little, like, I don't know what this is. It's like a, I think it was supposed to be like a nightstand for my bedroom set. Like it matches my bedroom set, but it's way too big to fit in my bedroom. It's like huge. So I use it as like a little like storage table out here in our living room. And I am, you guys can't see it right now, but I am currently burning my cookies for Santa right here. It's almost done. As soon as that one's extinguished, I think I'm going to light this one up and see what I think of it upon burn, because at the time that I'm filming, this is still currently in stock on the Caramel Sundays website. Again, I think a lot of people are saying like, oh, that's going to be a fall candle. But I like this one quite a bit on cold. So I'm going to light this one up after I get done reviewing, or not reviewing, filming this video. And I don't know, I might have to place an order for another one of those, because it's really good. But also just smelling it, I'm also like, oh, that one's going to be really good with the with fall cider. Now, while we are speaking of candles that are still in stock, you guys, I'm going to say I think this is my surprise hit of the haul. This is the fragrance Pistachio Peanut Brittle. So I did pick it up in the 2-wick 22-ounce ones. I think that the jars are 22 ounces, but there's really like 18 ounces of wax in here. Fragrance notes on Pistachio Peanut Brittle are candied peanuts, woody vanilla, pistachio vanilla brittle. Now, I got it in this 2-wick because peanut fragrances, like to me, sometimes I think like peanut butter, and I wasn't sure how I would feel about this. I didn't have Nutty Little Christmas, but you guys, I got my nose on this one and I was like, oh, I like this. I like this. It's that pistachio note that Caramel Sundays is known for, that sweet, beautiful pistachio that they do. The peanut note is in here, but here's the thing, you guys, the peanuts, it's not peanut butter, which I'm really glad. There's no like, oh, it's not overly savory, but it does provide a little bit of saltiness to the candle. It's hard for me to describe. There's a warmth to it, kind of like how it says like a woody vanilla, pistachio vanilla brittle, candied peanuts. Yeah, the peanuts in here are not like, it's not like you open like a fresh bag of peanuts or something. It's blended beautifully. It just lends a little bit of like a salty nuttiness to complement the pistachio note here. So I had this one lit last night in my bedroom, and I'm going to tell you guys, 10 minutes into burning this candle, I loved the fragrance enough that I went back onto the Caramel Sundays website and I purchased a 4-wick of this. This fragrance, at the time that I'm filming, again, it's on Wednesday the 7th. I know that this is probably going to go up either Friday or Saturday. This is still in stock on the Caramel Sundays website. I think that the 2-wick might still be in stock too. Don't quote me on that. I feel like I saw that on the website last night. But this one, really, really, really good. And we all know now that my beloved oat milk and pistachio is coming back in the, well, January, now February restock. But ooh, this one, incredible fragrance. I really, really like this one. I will make sure that I get a dedicated post-burn review up for you guys, but I really, really enjoy this fragrance. Now, the candle that I got to go with that one, which one is it? Is a fragrance that I thought might be a little bit similar to a candle that I've already had from Caramel Sundays in the past. This is the fragrance Pistachio Buttercream Waffles. So again, I purchased it in a 2-wick. Fragrance notes are Belgian waffles, pistachio cream, buttercream icing, spices, and butter. Now, I did hear, I believe that Sierra even said that this is kind of like a sibling to last fall's Halloween candle, which was also kind of like a waffle and pistachio buttercream type of element. But I am going to tell you, on cold, you guys, this is a little bit different than that one. And I'm going to tell you guys, I think I actually like this a little bit more than Halloween. Halloween, when I was burning it, I enjoyed it, but there were points in the burn sometimes where it came across almost too sweet. And my oldest daughter said that there was a fragrance note in there that sometimes came across a little bit yogurty to her. I don't detect that on cold on this one. So this is a really nice fragrance. This has definitely more sweetness to it. The pistachio note is not as prominent in this as it is in the pistachio peanut brittle. But I actually bought the buttercream waffles and the peanut brittle because I thought that they would complement each other. You guys know in my home, I typically burn more than one fragrance in different rooms. I wanted to clarify that, by the way. I don't burn them in the same room. I like to enjoy one fragrance like in the area that I'm enjoying it. But as I move throughout my house, I like to still enjoy fragrance. And truthfully, you guys, one candle does not fill up my entire house. So I like fragrances to complement, not clash with each other as I move from room to room. So I could see myself burning the pistachio peanut brittle in one room and then burning the buttercream waffles, pistachio buttercream waffles in another room, and them complementing each other. So here's another candle, you guys, that was not initially on my wish list. I was intrigued by it, but it was still in stock, and this one is also still in stock in the 4-wick. This is the fragrance Butter Mint Bark. We have fragrance notes here of creamed buttery mint, white chocolate, and frothy cream. And this fragrance to me, you guys, this is really nice. This is a nice smooth mint type of scent. I had mentioned in the little reel that I did over on Instagram that it's not as soft mint as Kringle Candle's Snow Walk. That had a very soft mint, more white chocolate forward fragrance. The mint in here is a little more prominent than Snowfall or Snow Walk. I smell that white chocolate for sure. I'm actually going to set this one aside, you guys, because this is a fragrance that I typically like to burn with all of my Christmas decor up. I actually like a lot of peppermint fragrances, usually the week after Christmas. I am planning to burn this with Kringle Candles, peppermint and cocoa. I think that will be a great fragrance combo. But this is a nice fragrance. On cold, as I'm smelling it, is this one that I could see myself like wanting to repurchase? Probably not. But that being said, you guys, I don't really go gaga for peppermint fragrances, but this is nice. I'm not mad that I purchased it. The mint is very smooth in here, and that white chocolate, I do get the chocolate note in here, but it's a well done chocolate. It's not like overly artificial. It's a nice scent. We'll see what this one does when it lights up. I'm sure that it will transform. And the last fragrance that I ended up purchasing, Sierra said she was actually really surprised to see that I ordered this one, but this is a fragrance that we all know Caramel Sundays Bakery on Main is like their flagship fragrance. But this is a scent that I saw restocked quite a few times last year with the brand. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and try this one because it seems to be a fan favorite. And as a reviewer, I should probably have an understanding of what this fragrance is. And truthfully, you guys, I mean, it didn't really scare me too much. What fragrance is it? You guys, it is Milk and Fruit Loops. So the fragrance notes are orange, tangy cherry, Saturday morning cereal, and vanilla. And I like this, you guys. I actually really, really like this one. It is very much authentic to Fruit Loops. But the funny thing in this is it almost captures, it smells like Fruit Loops that have had milk poured on them. There's no overly lactonic creamy note in here. You guys know I don't do lactonic notes really well. They come across sour to my nose. But on cold, that's not what I'm smelling at all. This is, I'm not getting anything sour or overly lactonic. It's just it smells like, I was going to use a word here, but like it smells like Fruit Loops that have been, they have been made, how would I put this? That they've had the milk poured over them. So they're maybe not soggy, but like they've lost their crunch factor, right? I was going to say they've been moistened by the milk, okay? But people don't like that word, so. But yeah, this is really good, you guys. I see what the hype is about this one. I really do. I see how the hype is real on this. I saw that Drew really, really loved this fragrance. So I am just going to tell you guys, this is maybe a little bit of a segue going into the next restock. If you are a fan of Milk and Fruit Loops, you guys will like the Blueberry Lemon Crumble candle. Now, I did have that last year, and I remember that fragrance, you guys. It kind of smelled like Trix cereal to me upon burning. I really, really, really loved it. Spoiler alert, it is on my wish list to purchase in that new 5-wick, like 75-ounce format that they are going to be offering. But while we are talking about that, the January restock, if you follow them on Instagram, then you probably already saw this in their stories. Due to circumstances beyond their control with shipments and whatnot, their supplies to start pouring this week did not arrive. In fact, I don't think that I think they said at the earliest they're supposed to arrive on Friday. And so therefore it delayed their pouring schedule, which means that they have to delay the restock from their initial planned January 31st. It will now be taking place on February 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure that you are aware of that. Truthfully, I think all of our wallets are sighing a giant breath of relief about that. It's totally fine with me. And truthfully, you guys, it gives me a little bit more time to continue to enjoy what I have currently in my stash. But I did want you guys to all make note of that. The initial January restock was supposed to be January 31st. It has been bumped back a week to February 8th. And the other thing that I wanted to mention while we are talking about that restock is that there are 3 candles that are going to be part of that list, I guess, or they are going to become available again, that I actually had last year and I did do dedicated reviews on. So Blueberry Lemon Crumble is one of them. I told you guys it's on my, I will repurchase it. The other fragrance, you guys know, my beloved Oat Milk and Pistachio is coming back. I do have a review on that one already. I did review that in the 4-wick format last year. And then another fragrance that is returning this year, you guys, is their ice cream sandwiches. I do have a post-burn review on that candle as well. I know a lot of people, when that was initially launched, they were asking, how does this compare to Kringle Candles ice cream sandwiches? And I will just tell you guys, they are 2 very, very different animals. That Caramel Sundays ice cream sandwiches smells more authentic to like the ice cream sandwiches that you purchase in the grocery store, whereas Kringle's ice cream sandwiches really doesn't remind me of it doesn't remind me of like that type of ice cream sandwich. It's more, it's a little bit more complex and conceptual, I would say. So they're both amazing fragrances, but just wanted to let you guys know that they are very, very different scents. So if you want further information about the performance and all that kind of stuff, check out those reviews. I will have my Caramel Sundays playlist video at the very end of this one. And then final little thing to just wrap up this video, you guys, I kind of wanted to just put this out here as a little bit of, I don't know if it would be like a reminder or maybe some encouragement or whatever it is as we are heading here into the new year. I did want to just touch on, first and foremost, you guys know this, I've said this numerous times, Caramel Sundays does not do PR. So I purchase all of these candles with my own money. That being said, you guys, I know that there's a lot of people that are really focused on no buys, low buys. These do get a little bit pricey, right? So there's just, I just kind of wanted to throw this out here, you guys, in case you're sitting here wondering, you're like, how are they able to continue to buy these, every month, right? So here's what I wanted to put out there, you guys. This channel is a fun hobby for me. It really is. I love it. This is my 4th year. In fact, my channel turns 4 years old this month. I absolutely love doing this. And I've kind of been on a little bit of a journey when it comes to candles and home fragrance. I'll talk about this a little bit more in depth with my candle chat, but I think it's been quite evident on my channel that I have started to have a bend more towards clean ingredients, towards 100% soy wax candles, which in and of itself carry a little bit higher price tag. But what I wanted to let you guys know, and maybe just like pulling back the curtain, as I like to say, is that I would like to give you guys the reminder that anytime you are watching my channel or quite a few other content creators here on YouTube, even though this is a hobby for me, I am not raking in the dough on this. For me personally, I wanted to give you guys the reminder that I have been a stay-at-home mom for almost 17 years. We've always lived on my husband's income. So any little like any little extra funds that I get from people using my affiliate code or from my Google AdSense, I set that money aside to reinvest back into my channel. So that money, you know, like whenever you guys use my discount code with other brands or whatnot, I do set that aside, and that is what I use to purchase candles for my channel on. Now, I've been pretty fortunate that some brands send me PR, like Kringle, and sometimes Homeworks too. But you guys will also notice I didn't purchase from Bath and Body Works Candle Day. I'm not interested in purchasing from Yankee anymore. So if you guys notice, this tends to be like my big purchase every month when it comes to candles. Yes, I will purchase, like if there's a new candle that I like from Kringle, or there's a good sale going on at Kringle, I'll purchase from them too. But I did just want to let you guys know that, like, you know, I'm always like reinvesting back into my channel. And the other little thing that how do I put this? The other little thing that I am going to say is that even though this is not like a giant money-making venture, again, it's a hobby. It literally is a hobby, right? Uncle Sam wants his portion of any kind of income that you earn, whether it's not very much income or a lot of income. And so last year, you know, last year was the first year when I filed taxes that I had income to report from my channel and from my affiliate links. And I was just advised to have more business expenses this year. So I think that that is the other thing that you all maybe should just keep in mind sometimes when you see people buying candles or whatnot, if they have a monetized channel, if they're getting affiliate links, just know that sometimes these fun things qualify as a business. So just putting that out there. So anyways, you guys, yeah, I'm really happy to be sitting down in front of the camera. This is my first like in front of the camera video that I've filmed this year for you guys. So really excited with this haul. Like I said, as soon as I get done filming here, I'm going to light up that salted caramel apple crunch, and I will let you guys know over on Instagram what I think, if I'm going to order another one, or if I'm going to save my pennies for that February restock, because boy, oh boy, you guys, there are some good looking candles in that lineup, and I'm pretty excited about them. So lots of fun content coming for you guys. Hope to have my candle chat series up for you guys this week, let you guys know what I've been burning, have some more candle reviews up for you. Yeah, just lots of fun stuff as we head into the new year. So I do want to wish you guys all a very happy new year. Again, please hit thumbs up if you found this video enjoyable, helpful, if you liked it. Yeah, just let me know. And let me know if any of these candles you purchased, what you are thinking of them. Always happy to hear your feedback in the comments below. So I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.